Hello students, welcome to the third lecture of the real numbers. Right, today we are going to deal with the concepts which are related, important for solving the exercise number 1.3. So the exercise number 1.3, it deals with the two theorems. The first theorem we have is theorem number 1.3. What does it state? It states that if P is a prime number, if P is a prime number and P divides A, right? This is the theorem number 1.3. We also have one more theorem, that is the theorem number 1.4. What does this theorem number 1.4 states? It states that root 2 is irrational, right? So let us try to prove that root 2 is irrational. Now here you must remember that what do we mean by rational numbers and what do we mean by irrational numbers. That must be clear to you. Rational and irrational, right? So what do you mean by rational numbers? So rational numbers are those which can be expressed in A upon B format. Irrational numbers are those cannot be expressed as A upon B format. We'll take example. Example of a rational number is 1.2, right? 1.2, yes, you can express it in the A by B format. How? 1.2 yani 12 upon 10, 5 2s are 10, 6, so 6 upon 5, yes, it is in the A by B format, right? And irrational numbers, let's say root 3, root 2, pi, these are the numbers you cannot express in A by B format. So this exercise deals with the proving a given number is irrational or rational. Such type of the questions we'll have. First let us prove this theorem and then we'll move on to the some questions. So trying to prove this theorem that root 2 is irrational, right? Prove that root 2 is irrational. How will you prove this? To prove any number irrational, we have a common method. What is that common method? I'll show you in steps. You don't have to write these words. This is just for you to understand better. So step 1, it is like let root 2 be rational. Just exactly opposite of this, we consider root to be rational. Just take for simplicity, right? And then we'll prove that this statement is wrong. If this statement is wrong, then obviously this becomes right, right? Because for any number, if you select any number, there are two options available. Either number can be rational or number can be irrational. So if you prove that number is not rational, by default it becomes irrational. So that is what our method is. So we prove that let root 2 be rational. Now we'll try to prove root 2 rational. Step 2, right? If root 2 is rational, right, then root 2 can be expressed as be rational, then root 2 can be expressed as A by B format, correct? If it is rational, compulsory it should exist in the A by B format. If it is in the A by B format, then the step 3, B root 2 equal to A. Now squaring on both the sides, that is the fourth step. So what it will be? B square 2 equal to A square, right? That is A square is 2b square. When we say A square is 2b square, that means A square is divisible by 2. So this implies that A square is divisible by 2. When A square is divisible by 2, right, it implies A is also divisible by 2, right? We have here theorem. If number is divisible by A square, then it is also divisible by A. So that is what it is. Let us see once again, starting. We are proving that root 2 is irrational, right? As I said, to prove any number as irrational, we will prove that considering it as a rational is a wrong thing, right? So what are the steps involved in order to prove any number as a irrational? step 1 will compulsory consider that given number as a rational. Next step, if it is rational, it can be expressed in a by b format. Rearranging this and squaring, we get a square is equals to 2b square. From this we conclude that a is divisible by 2, right? If a is divisible by 2, that means a can be written as multiple of 2, right? It is divisible by 2, that means a, it can be modified as 2c. Now if we use 2c here, right, so what it will become? 2b square is equals to, in place of a we write 2c, correct? So this becomes 4c square, b square is 2c square. Again from here what do we conclude? We conclude that b square is divisible by 2. If b square is divisible by 2, b is divisible by 2. Now here some contradiction arises. What is that? A is divisible by 2, b is divisible by 2. That means both of them are having some common factor. Hence this is wrong, right? So we can write down here, hence contradiction arises, and so root 2 is irrational. Let us see once again, right? So when we say, let us start, rational numbers means it can be expressed in a by b format. A by b format means like this. They should not have anything in common. It should be reduced in the ratio format. See here, 6, 10 and 5, they don't have any factor in common. No composite number or no other factor is common, right? Same way, we start here our question. Root 2 is irrational, that is what we have to prove. How do we start our question? By taking root 2 as rational. If we take root 2 as rational, that means root 2 can be expressed in some ratio. A by b is a ratio. Please keep this in mind, it is nothing is common. So that means a and b should not have anything common. But as we solve, we find that a is also having 2 as a common factor because it is divisible by 2. B is also having some common factor divisible by 2. That means a and b further can be cut by 2. That is not possible. Hence we say contradiction arises, and so root 2 is irrational. Similar, we can also prove, right? Prove that root 3 is irrational. This is also same way we have to do. Whenever any question is asked to prove as a irrational, right? That means same method you have to follow. Steps 1, 2, 3, 4, right? On the fourth step, if you take till here, then here starts the fifth step, and in the sixth step, you write down the contradiction. Finished. Same common method for all the sums related to this exercise. Now let us see how we solve this. So again, as per the step 1, we write down that root 3 is, let root 3 be rational. When root 3 is rational, right, then root 3 can be written as a by b. If you add such sentences, that will add value to your solution. Your solution will appear better, right? So, but sometimes I may add, I may not add, but you should always add. I'll add this time. Let root 3 be rational. Then root 3 can be expressed as a by b, correct? If it can be expressed a by b, root 3 equal to a. Now squaring on both sides. So this will be b square dot 3 is equals to a square, right? What does it imply? It implies that a square is divisible by 3, which again leads to the conclusion that a is divisible by 3, right? If a is divisible by 3, then we can write down, right, a as a sum multiple of 3. A can be written as multiple of 3, c be any number. Then again substituting the value of 3c, right, what it will be? 3b square is equals to a square, right? So a square will be 9c square, so b square is 3c square, correct? Now again here we can say that b square is divisible by 3, again leads to the conclusion that b is divisible by 3. Now again here the contradiction arises, right? And so root 3 is irrational. Simple way to prove whether the given number is rational or irrational. Let us take some questions from the exercise, right? Exercise 1.3, the first question is root 5 is irrational. Same way, exactly same way you can do that, root 5 is irrational, right? Let us take some complicated question, that is 6 plus root 2 is irrational. Prove that 6 plus root 2 is irrational, right? So how will you prove? Again same steps. Let 6 plus root 2 be rational. If this is rational, then 6 plus root 2 can be expressed in a by b form. Now root 2 is equals to a by b minus 6, that is a minus 6 by b, correct? So a is some number, b is some number, so this is what? This is some rational number. But here RHS represent rational number, which is against the theorem that root 2 is irrational, right? Hence 6 plus root 2 is irrational. Very simple. Let's see once again, right? We have to prove that 6 plus root 2 is irrational. What does it mean? Again starting the same way, let this number be rational. If this number is rational, that means it can be expressed in a upon b format. If it can be expressed in a upon b format, if we rearrange, then root 2 can be expressed in some numerator and denominator form. But this is wrong. We have already proved that root 2 is irrational. Hence expressing root 2 in fraction form is not possible. So because of that contradiction, we again conclude that 6 plus root 2 is irrational number. So very simple, right? Next class we will continue with the exercise number 1.4.